there's naturally an abundance of talent within the area, both the companies that already exist in the Freeport area, as well as what exists locally in the adjacent, Wilton international sites and the wider economy, both across the northeast and going into North Yorkshire. However, if you look at the number of people that were gainfully employed with companies like SSI, that was a huge employer back in the day. There have been a number of key individuals who have left to find alternative employment. They're naturally going to be drawn back into the region as these big employers come in, that with the incentives like your GEs. And if you look further afield with what's starting to happen with Treasury North and other projects, naturally they're going to create that demand for those professional and exec appointments as people actually relocate into the region, not just those that have ties to the northeast economy, but those that are drawn in by the employment that will be on offer. There will undoubtedly be niche technical skills that can't be fulfilled by employees in the region, or such will be the demand that it will draw people in. And again, not just locally, but internationally. I would expect people to reskill. So if you look at some of what's happened in the oil and gas sector, I'd expect some of the oil and gas employees to move into renewables. I would expect some of the people who've worked in chemicals to move into bioscience or some of the more pharmaceutical type employment. And hopefully with time, you'd expect some of the chemical employees to start moving into the hydrogen or clean economies as they come through. Given the infrastructure on the site of the Freeport and adjacent infrastructure from ICI, it seems very obvious that you would expect hydrogen economy roles to come through in the fullness of time. They don't all exist yet. Those skills haven't been created. The employees don't exist with there's no one sat in the northeast with an abundance of years of hydrogen economy behind them, or if there are very few people that have that skill set. So those skills need to be created and need to be nurtured. But with all these roles, when you're bringing people into the region, you need people that can come in to put a base here and to really create a solid base, get their kids into the proper schools, to feel as though they are part of the economy, and actually to have more than one opportunity to find employment. You don't want people just to come into the region to come for one type of role and then find it doesn't work, you have a clash with your boss, and then you are stuck. Where do you go beyond that? So you need to know that people can come here, find a base, but that there are numerous forms of employment. And I think that's what you'll start to see with time. You will see more people come into the region. So I think there will be a natural local pool. There will be an influx of people coming into the region for these good roles. And you will undoubtedly need to have that reskilling going on as these different forms of economy start to grow and different companies start to invest in the region.